Welcome to another episode of BWT. We're here down to our final four to see who gets to play for the World Series. I'm going to recap the Braves and the Phillies Game 4, and then I will be previewing the ALCS and the NLCS, giving you some predictions and potential World Series matchup. But before we get into that, make sure you guys are liking this video, commenting on this video, and sharing this video. Make sure you click the link in the description to become a member if you're enjoying this content. Join the network. Hit that sub button. We've got some shows on the network. We got the Refuse to Lose show, which gives you all sports topics with Dave, Tomo, and Joe. And then we have BWT here with me. You've got CTC, Carl Talking College. And then you've got FFC, Fantasy Football with Coombs. You've got the Joe Jordan Show. And now you've got the Doghouse segment with Dave. So let's get into Game 4 between the Phillies and the Braves. In the top of the fourth, Austin Riley gets the scoring started with a solo home run to go up 1-0. And then Nick Castellanos hits a solo home run to tie it up. Spencer Strider hung a slider, and Castellanos did not miss it at all. Trey Turner stays red hot. He hits a solo home run to make the score 2-1. And then Castellanos comes up again in the bottom of the sixth. Strider blew a couple fastballs by him, and then he tried it again with 100, and Castellanos caught up with it and hit it a long way for his second home run of the day to go up 3-1. That was the final score. I got my prediction wrong. If you guys tuned into the last episode, I thought Spencer Strider was going to get the job done for the Braves, but he pitched well enough to win, but the Braves offense just did not show up. Ranger Suarez gets the win. He's 1-0 in the postseason. Spencer Strider gets a loss. He's 0-2. And Strom gets the save for his first one of the postseason. The big story about this game was, or this series, was the fact that Atlanta was just hitting the ball out of the park at an alarming rate this year. They tied the record at 307 home runs in the entire regular season, but they got out hit in the home run category 11-3 in this series. The Phillies just came out and they were hunting their pitches, and they were not missing them at all. Some notables in this series for the Braves that really disappointed us. Matt Olson, he hit 54 home runs, had like 130 plus RBIs. He hit 250 with no home runs and no RBIs. Ozzie Albies he batted 267 with no home runs, 1 RBI. And Austin Riley was really the Braves' best hitter this series. He hit 353 with 2 home runs and 3 RBIs. MVP candidate Ronald Acuna, he went 2 for 14 with no home runs and no RBIs after having a season with over 40 home runs, and I'm not quite sure how many RBIs, but it was the high number. And he also had 70 stolen bases, 70 plus stolen bases this season. He just didn't put his team in the right position to win. Um, and he also didn't talk to the media after the game, which is kind of alarming to me. Um, to have that type of season that he had, and for him to just decline media talk, um, I don't know. It's a sign of immaturity. Um, he had a great season. Nobody can take that away from him. But when you lose, sometimes you have to answer to the media. You know, his excuse was that he had to get to the bus, but after he left, the rest of his teammates answered calls. Well, not calls, but they answered questions in the clubhouse. Um, so for him, I feel like that needs to change because the Braves need a leader, and you can't just lead with your stats. You have to show the team that, hey, all right, we lost, but you just got to accept it. You know, you got to talk to the media after the series. Um, so yeah, that's my take on that. The Braves only scored 8 runs this entire series in 4 games. Um, that was a low for them in a 4 game series all season. Um, their manager came out and said that they did everything that they could in that 5 day break to be ready for this series, with simulated games and stuff like that. But you can't you can't simulate those fans, right? Um, home or away. And the Phillies had a crazy amount of home field advantage. Um, this this series, Red October, they were going crazy all series. Um, so kudos to them, bouncing the Braves second year in a row in the NLDS. So now we get into previewing the ALCS. We've got the Astros and the Rangers. This is a AL West division rivalry this season. Uh, we've got experience versus revenge. I say revenge because the they finished with the same overall record this regular season, but the Astros beat them in the head-to-head matchups 9-4 this year. Um, and the Rangers pretty much had the division all the way through. Um, they had they were in first place for pretty much the entire season, up until the last day. Um, the Astros, in order to get here, they beat the Twins in 4, and the Rangers swept the Orioles. Some notables for the Astros. Of course, Yordan Alvarez hit 438 with 4 home runs and 6 RBIs. Jose Abreu started turning up, which is the reason why they got him. He batted 313, 3 home runs, 8 RBIs. Jose Altuve, he hit 235 with 1 home run and 1 RBI, and that came in his very first at bat of the series. Um, so I expect him to turn it around, and I also expect Jeremy Pena to turn it around. He hit 267 with no home runs and no RBIs for a World Series MVP last year. I expect him to really turn up this series, and it being a divisional series, it's going to get intense, um, high intensity throughout the entire series. Um, We've got and then we've had Justin Verlander. He went 6 innings pitched, 6 Ks. He got a win, no earned runs this postseason as of yet. Christian Javier threw 5 innings pitched and 9 Ks. Um, so I expect them to continue to roll, pitching wise. And some notables for the Rangers. Corey Seager hit 429 with 1 home run, 3 RBIs. Mitch Garver hit 400 with 1 home run, 7 RBIs. That 1 home run being a grand slam. Evan Carter, the rookie phenom, he hit 429 with 1 home run, 3 RBIs. Adolis Garcia hit 292 with 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. Somebody that I really expect to turn it around in this series is Marcus Semien. He got paid a bag a couple years ago, and he just didn't have a good series. He batted 174 with no home runs and 2 RBIs. And again, with this series being a division series, you've seen this team 13 times throughout the season. You know how they're going to attack you. So I expect it to be nothing less but than fireworks. You've got Nathan Eovaldi. He went 2-0. He has a 1.32 ERA with 15 Ks in 13.2 innings pitched. Jordan Montgomery, he went 1-0 with a 3.27 ERA, 7 Ks, and 11.1 innings pitched. And Max Scherzer also said that he is ready to go for this series. That's big for them. Bring some experience. He is a World Series champion, so he knows what it takes to get there. He went 13-6 in the regular season with a 3.77 ERA, 174 Ks, and 152.2 innings pitched. We've got game one on Sunday night. I know it's football Sunday, but who really wants to watch the Giants on national television again? Especially with a backup quarterback, you don't really want to. It's not going to be good TV. So make sure you tune in to game one Sunday night at 8. For my prediction, I have the Rangers in 7. I feel like their offense is rolling right now. They have more players that are streaking right now than the Astros do. So that's why I am going with them over the Astros in this series. But yeah, let's preview this NLCS between the Phillies and the Braves. The head-to-head matchup this season was 4-3 Phillies way. We've got experience versus youth. The Phillies made the World Series last season, came up short, so they know what it takes to get there. And the D-backs, man, they've got just young guys throughout the whole lineup, just eager to get a chance to represent the NL in a World Series. The Phillies beat the Braves in 4 to get here, and the Diamondbacks swept the Dodgers to get here. Some notables for the Phillies. We have Bryce Harper. He hit 368 with 3 home runs and 5 RBIs. Trey Turner hit 500 with 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, and 4 stolen bases. That right there is huge for them. If you've been keeping track of Trey Turner's season, it was at a point where he was struggling really bad and at the plate, and he came back to Philly. And when he was introduced, the fans gave him a standing ovation, because he signed this big contract in the offseason to get him here. And he wasn't doing what he had to do to fulfill that contract. He started off a little slow, but then he started picking it up after that. And for him to hit 500 in the in the postseason so far. Um, that's amazing. If you can get that guy on base, he sets the tone for the big hitters in the lineup to be able to produce some runs. Um, you got JT Realmuto. He hit 273 with 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. Bryson Stott hit 238 with 1 home run and 7 RBIs. Nick Castellanos, 391, 4 home runs, 5 RBIs. One thing that I didn't mention when I was recapping the NLDS Game 4 was that Castellanos was the first player in MLB history to have back-to-back multi-home run games in the postseason. So he's red hot right now. And then one guy that I expect to turn it around is Kyle Schwarber. Right now, he's batting 160 with no home runs and 1 RBI. I think they need him in that leadoff spot. Very unconventional leadoff hitter, but for him to come out and just ball, man, just ball. The Diamondbacks mostly have right-handed pitching, so he is in a good spot to perform. Right, he just has to go out there and do it. Aaron Nola, he went 2-0 in the postseason so far with a 1.42 ERA, 12 Ks in 12.2 innings pitched. Zach Wheeler went 1-0 with a 2.08 ERA, 18 Ks and 13 innings pitched. It's going to be really huge for them to win this series. They're going to have to continue to be dominant in their pitching matchups. And they've been nothing but dominant so far. So I expect them to continue that. Some notables for the Diamondbacks: Corbin Carroll, NL Rookie of the Year. He hit 412, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, and 2 stolen bases. Christian Walker, 294, 1 home run, 5 RBIs. Ketel Marte, he hit 318 with 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. Gabriel Moreno, the catcher, he hit 250, 3 home runs, 6 RBIs. I don't know if he is if he's going to be in the starting lineup because in the wild card round, he got hit in the head. He had to miss a game due to concussion-like symptoms, and then he was taken out of one of the games in this series because he got hit by a foul ball. So I hope he's good to continue to play, because his at bats have been getting progressively better, and he's getting his A swing off every time he gets a pitch to hit. You got Leodis Gurriel. He's hitting 238 with 1 home run and 4 RBIs. And one guy that I expect to turn it around is Evan Longoria. He's hitting 167 with no home runs and 2 RBIs. He's the veteran on this team. His first championship series appearance was with the Tampa Bay Rays 15 years ago, right? So for him to get back, for him to be in the league that long and still be able to produce, he's still a great defender. But sometimes you just get overmatched. So we'll see what happens there. Tommy Pham as well. He's been hot right now. I don't have his numbers. I forgot to write them down, but keep an eye out for Tommy Pham to have a good series. You got Zach Gallen. He went 2-0 with a 3.18 ERA, 8 Ks in 11.1 innings pitched. And Merrill Kelly, he went 1-0, no earned runs, 6 innings pitched, and with 5 Ks so far in the postseason. Game 1, Monday night. Again, I know you're competing with football, but who wants to watch Dak Prescott on national television? You saw what he did last week. I mean, go Chargers, go. uh, you got game 1, Monday night. My prediction for this series is Phillies in 6. They get back to the World Series to hopefully finish the job this season. They weren't able to do it last year, and I know that hurts them. And for them to be this close, the chemistry of those guys, watching them celebrate. Nick Castellanos' son, he's one of the cool stories of this series. Every time Nick Castellanos hit a home run, his son has a little. It looks like a little section just for him, like 3, 4 seats, just blocked off. And when he crosses home plate, he just points at his son. His son points at him. That's amazing. So again, make sure you guys are liking these videos. I hope you guys are liking the content that I'm pushing out to you guys. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the network, the Refuse to Lose network. We've got multiple shows. We have Refuse to Lose show with Dave, Tomo, and Joe. We've got and they give you all sports topics throughout the week. They're live Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. You got CTC, Carl Talking College. He gives you everything college related, and with college basketball about to ramp up, he's gonna be one busy man. And he's going to give you all the college news that you need. He is live right now, I believe, Wednesday and Sundays. Wednesdays he gives his previews, and then Sundays he gives the review of those games that he previewed. You've got FFC, fantasy football with Coombs. He gives you who to start, who to cut, who to bench. He gives you the studs and the duds for the week. He also has this cool little segment, Coach's Couch. Go check it out. It's funny. And he goes live, I think, 2, 3 times a week. I know he goes right before Thursday, and then I believe he goes live on Saturday and Wednesday as well to give you guys like the waiver wires and who to pick up and stuff like that. And then you got the Joe Jordan show. He's going to be giving you little tidbit of information throughout all sports. With basketball season about to ramp up, I know that's one of his favorite sports, so he's going to be giving you everything that you need to know about that. And then you got Dave's Doghouse. He gives you the good and the bad, right? The guys who just aren't playing well. He puts them in the doghouse, and then he has dogs who just go out there and perform, and they just roam around the doghouse. They're not in trouble. They're just dogs. So yeah, man, make sure you guys are liking all this content. If you guys want to join some of the chats that we have on Instagram, we have NFL, we've got an MLB chat, we've got NBA mixed in with WNBA, we've got college basketball mixed in with men's and women's, we've got college football, we have a combat chat, which is a combination of boxing, UFC, and WWE. We've got a big boxing show coming up on Wednesday, I believe. A debate between who the GOAT is. That's Make sure you have your popcorn ready because that's gonna be exciting. But yeah, man, Make sure you guys are clicking the link in the description to become a member of the network and hit that sub button, y'all. It's free, right? Thanks for your time. Hope everybody has a great day. Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.